What's going on, everyone? So, real quick, shout out to my buddy, Craven Something Scary, Steven. Many of you may be familiar. Me and him, part of Lethal Collective together, good buddy of mine. And he got some inside information. He got some images that he was sharing. I'm not going to show all the images here because I don't want to take away from his video. Go check out his video. He's got a bunch of other images and set leaks and stuff like that he's been sharing that I think you guys are going to love. So when you get a chance, of course, after this video, stick around for this video because there is something very important that I want to talk about. But go check out Craven Something Scary. Tell him, fate sent you. But yeah, so one of the things that he shared was this theatrical poster at the theater that is on set that's going to be in this town of Pine Grove. And it is the Fairy Princess. Now, the reason that this is significant, the reason that this is important, and I want you to kind of take this in and look at this for a moment, right? You see the Fairy Princess, you got this like fairy, coming into the window, a girl sleeping, right? This has some very big significance because of what Matthew Lillard recently said. So we know that Stu Macher is expected to be back in this film. In what capacity, we do not know. Now, supposedly, and this is something that right now I'm going to give you the opportunity to, if you don't want to hear any type of potential spoilers or any news and information, now is a good opportunity to click away. Right? Because again, I don't know this for certain. No one knows this for certain. It's all just rumor and speculation. But some puzzle pieces are really starting to fit together. That is starting to lead to, okay, this is not just rumor. This is actually what's happening. So I'm going to give you 3. I'm going to give you 2. I'm going to give you 1. So Matthew Lillard is expected to be in this upcoming Scream movie. A lot of people are hoping and counting on him returning as Stu, but alive. Supposedly, Stu is not alive in this film. Stu is actually dead in this film, but he plays a role and it's something specific. Okay? Now, according to Matthew Lillard, right, he said in a convention, when they asked him about him coming back and stuff like that, he said, he's going to come back as the fairy godmother and whatnot, right? Critical Overlord, shout out to him. Again, another YouTuber you guys may be very familiar with. Again, go watch his YouTube channel, Critical Overlord. He shared that, hey, Matthew Lillard just said this. I don't know if he meant to say, I'm paraphrasing, by the way, but he released a tweet that said, hey, I don't know if he meant to say this or not, but that's actually a clue as to Matthew Lillard and his role in the upcoming Scream movie. Now, Critical Overlord didn't relay what that is. He didn't relay that information, but he did. He is one of the people that has said that Stu is indeed not alive, that he is dead. Matthew Lillard, but that he would play a significant role. Critical Overlord relayed that, like, hey, he's going to have a significance in this film, very important, but it's not him being alive. It's not him actually Stu Macher in the film. And on top of that, the fairy godmother thing comment that Matthew Lillard said is actually a clue to how he is portrayed in this film. I think that's very interesting. And then now we got this fairy, godmother, fairy princess theatrical thing. It really makes you kind of question, okay, again, the puzzle pieces are starting to fit. Puzzle pieces are starting to come together. Now, again, did Matthew Lillard, was that intentional? Was that like kind of like a very vague clue to kind of just throw people off? Or was he just kind of joking and like, being his silly, goofy self in passing and it just happened to be a clue, right? Could be either way. But, regardless, Matthew Lillard is going to have some tie-in, I imagine, to that play. Now, what could that be? Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, that could be a million things if we're being honest. But a couple things. One, maybe Sydney's daughter is seeing ghosts or something, or has some tie-in to Matthew Lillard. maybe Matthew Lillard, or well, I guess Stu, right? I don't know why I keep saying Matthew Lillard. Stu, right? Because Tatum, who's Sydney's daughter, wouldn't Matthew Lillard, she'd see Stu. Maybe Stu did that play many years ago, right? I mean, Sydney was a theater kid and stuff. Supposedly that there's supposed to be tie-ins in that play to Scream, like 4 and other Scream films, so maybe that's where it ties into. Maybe one of the characters' name is Stu in it or something. I don't know. I mean, Matthew Lillard said he's returning as a fairy godmother, right? Could it be a cameo and he's not really alive? It's not really Stu alive? Could they go the cult route and Stu still be dead? Again, assuming that the rumors are true that he's actually still dead, right? Maybe you have these characters that are these theater kids that are obsessed with Stu, and they want to kind of follow in Stu's footsteps. And, maybe that's the capacity in which you see Stu Macher. And maybe we get, some flashback scenes or something like that, and some tie-ins or something, right? But I just think it's very odd that we had these rumors. Again, everything's a rumor until it's confirmed, even if they turn out to be true, right? That's why I always say take the stuff with a grain of salt. Things change all the time. Scripts get leaked and then they don't use certain elements of that script, so on and so forth, right? Although you got to be careful because both Scream 5 and 6, like the entire movies were leaked. So Scream 7's probably going to have the same thing happen. So just keep that in mind, right? I try not to share any huge plot points like, oh, the killers are or anything like that. Try not to do that. But fun stuff, fun conversational stuff, certain key elements, right? Clues that can give us some speculation, fun stuff, right? I'll share and explore through this journey, but I don't want to ruin the movie for people. I know some people don't care, but I know others do. I'll always give you a spoiler warning, by the way. So I'll never just oh, surprise. So, but anyway, I digress, right? I just think it's interesting that if you follow these breadcrumbs, which I've shared all of them along the way, it also means that now you got this confirmation in something very similar to what Matthew Lillard said that now seems more like a clue than ever before. There were questions and thoughts of okay, is this really something? Is this really a clue? Well, now it seems like it is. The fairy princess, right? That's right on the nose. And, Matthew Lillard said, fairy godmother type thing. Now, obviously, fairy princess isn't fairy godmother, but if there's a fairy princess, there's probably a fairy godmother, right? So, I don't know. Could this be something? Could this be nothing? Could it be something in passing? Possibly. I just think it's odd that, as soon as Matthew Lillard said that, insiders were like, hey, just to let you know, that was a clue. All right. Now, again, we don't know what the clues are. I don't know what the clues are, right? I'm only going off of the information that we have. I'm sure I could find out if I really wanted to, but I just, I enjoy kind of going along with it like the rest of you, and kind of just, going through the ins and outs. I just, I think that this is very interesting. And I think that this was very purposeful. And, now you got these set leaks, right? And they just so happen to tie into what Matthew Lillard said. I don't think that that's a coincidence. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you think that, this clearly isn't a coincidence? This clearly means something? Do you think no? It can mean a million things. It means nothing. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it either way. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.